My stepdad tried to legally change my last name while I was at school. I still get shaky when I think about it, so if my words jump around, I'm sorry. I just need to tell it like it happened. My real dad died when I was 6. Car accident. One day he was teaching me how to ride my bike without training wheels. The next day, Mom was crying in the kitchen, and I didn't understand why the house felt so empty. His last name was Rivera. I loved that name. It sounded strong, like music. Everyone always said, Kaylee Rivera, that's a pretty name, and I would smile because it felt like Dad was still with me every time someone said it. Mom met Mark 2 years later. He was okay at first. He fixed things around the house, took us out for pizza, told corny dad jokes. I didn't call him Dad. I already had one of those, even if he was in heaven. But Mom was happy again, so I tried. They got married when I was 10, and we moved into his house in a different town. New school, new room, new last name on paper. Mom asked if I wanted to change it to his, but I said no. She didn't push. Mark just smiled like it wasn't a big deal. But it was a big deal to him. Fast forward to sophomore year. I'm 15, braces off, finally feeling cute. I had friends, I was on the volleyball team, and I was saving money from my weekend job at the ice cream shop so I could buy a car when I turned 16. Life wasn't perfect, but it was mine. One Tuesday in October, I came home from school like normal. Mom's car wasn't in the driveway, but Mark's was. Weird, because he usually worked until 6. I walked in and he was sitting at the kitchen table with a stack of papers and his laptop open. He looked up and gave me this tight smile. Hey, Kaylee, come sit. We need to talk. My stomach dropped. Those words never mean anything good. I sat down. He slid a paper toward me. It was thick, official looking, with lots of tiny words and places for signatures. At the top, it said, Petition for Minor Name Change. I stared at it. My heart started beating so loud I could hear it in my ears. What is this? I asked, even though I already knew. I filed to have your last name legally changed to mine, he said, calm, like he was telling me the weather. It's time, Kaylee. You're part of this family. Rivera doesn't mean anything anymore. Your dad's gone. I'm the one who's here. I couldn't breathe. I just kept looking at the paper. My name was typed there, Kaylee Rivera, and next to it, in the blank for new name, someone had written Kaylee Thompson, his last name. You did this without telling me? My voice came out small. You're a minor. I'm your legal stepfather. I don't need your permission. I just need your mom's signature, and she already signed. He tapped the paper where Mom's name was written in blue ink. I felt like someone punched me in the chest. Mom signed it? Mom? Where is she? I stood up so fast the chair fell backward. Where is she? I ran to my room and slammed the door. I called Mom over and over, straight to voicemail. I texted her, call me right now. This is an emergency. She didn't answer for 3 hours. While I waited, I sat on my bed hugging the teddy bear Dad gave me when I was 5. Its fur is worn off in places because I never stopped sleeping with it. I kept reading the text on my phone from the school that morning. Kaylee Rivera, please report to the office after second period. I didn't think anything of it then. I figured I forgot to turn in a form or something. But when I got there, the secretary handed me an envelope and said, this came for your parents. I didn't open it. I just put it in my backpack. That envelope had the court papers inside. They sent it to my school because Mark put the school address down as my residence so I wouldn't see it at home first. He planned everything. Mom finally called at 7 p.m. Baby, please don't be mad. She started crying right away. Mark says it's for the best. Colleges, paperwork, insurance, everything is easier if we all have the same name. It doesn't mean we forget your dad. It's just a name. It's not just a name. I screamed so loud my throat hurt. It's the only thing I have left of him. How could you sign that? She kept crying and saying she was sorry, but sorry didn't feel like enough. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking, if the judge signs this, Kaylee Rivera disappears, like Dad died twice. The next day, I skipped school, first and only time ever, and took the bus to the courthouse. I wore my hoodie up so no one would recognize me. I found the family court office and told the lady at the desk I needed to file something for my own case. She looked sorry for me and gave me a form called Objection to Minor Name Change. I sat there for 2 hours filling it out with a pen that kept skipping. I wrote, My name is Kaylee Sophia Rivera. My father, Daniel Mateo Rivera, died when I was 6 years old. He loved me. I love him. I'm not broken. I do not need to be fixed with a new name. Changing my name will not make me love my stepfather more. It will only make me feel like my real dad is being erased. Please let me keep the name my daddy gave me. I cried the whole time I wrote it. People stared, but I didn't care. I turned it in, the lady stamped it, and said there would be a hearing in 3 weeks, and I had the right to speak. Those 3 weeks were hell. Mark barely talked to me. Mom walked around like a ghost. I stayed at my best friend Jasmine's house most nights. Her mom let me sleep on their couch and never asked too many questions. The day of the hearing, I wore the dress I wore to Dad's funeral, navy blue with tiny white flowers. Mom hated that I wore it, but I wanted the judge to see I was still in mourning in my own way. The courtroom was small and cold. Mark wore a suit like he was going to church. Mom kept staring at the floor. The judge was an older woman with kind eyes and gray hair in a bun. Mark's lawyer went first. He talked about family unity and practical reasons, and how I would benefit from having the same name as the man raising me. He made it sound like I was an ungrateful brat. Then it was my turn. I stood up and my legs were shaking so bad I thought I would fall. Your Honor, I started, and my voice cracked. My dad used to call me Mija. He said Rivera means by the river, and that I was his little river, always moving, always strong. When he died, everyone kept saying he lives in your heart, but my name is the only part of him that lives in the world. If you take it away, it's like telling me my dad was never real. I looked at Mark. I'm thankful he pays for my phone and food and stuff, but love isn't a bill you pay. You can't buy my name. Then I looked at Mom. She was crying so hard her shoulders were shaking. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I just want to keep the one thing that was given to me with love. The judge didn't say anything for a long time. She looked at my paper, then at Mark, then at me. Finally, she spoke. Young lady, I've been doing this 25 years, and I've never had a child stand here and speak so clearly about what a name means. Petition denied. Kaylee Sophia Rivera will remain Kaylee Sophia Rivera. Mark's face turned red. He started to say something, but the judge raised her hand and he stopped. I walked out of that courthouse feeling 10 feet tall and completely empty at the same time. Things at home got colder after that. Mark and I barely speak. Mom tries, but there's this wall now. I turn 18 in 10 months. I'm saving every penny so I can move out the day I graduate. But every morning when I wake up and see my school ID, my license, my name written the way Dad wrote it, the way it's supposed to be, I feel him smile. They tried to erase me. They couldn't. I'm still Kaylee Rivera, and I always will be.